Yo. What's good? Man. I know I've been lagging on these videos. Or posting them up anyway. So I'm gonna post this third one and this fourth one up at the same time on my YouTube channel. But yeah, I've been busy, or more like I've been kind of getting sick. So right now I'm kind of sick. So I'm gonna try to keep it short this time. I know the last couple times been like 30, 40 minutes. But I got this sore throat and can't really talk. And then I took this NyQuil, so I'm gonna be feeling kind of drowsy. So let's get started. I'm gonna talk about these people I met this week or last week. So Monday, actually, it's like maybe like it was like 5 minutes into Monday, right after I got off work. I met 6 really cool people. Group 6, yes, there's a group, and how we met, it was cool. Like I was walking out of work and they asked me if I could take a picture of them with their phones. I was like, yeah, sure. After I took a picture of them, they was like, hey. Oh, sorry. No, I'm tired. I was like, hey, I explained to them what I was doing, and then I was like, can I take a picture with you guys? Like, so I can have as proof that I'm meeting a new person every day. He was like, yeah, sure. So we took the picture, but like we talked for like, after that we talked for like 30, 40 minutes. 30, 40 minutes about, it's a lot of stuff. Cause it was cool. What was cool about them? It was there's 4 of them. That's in that work. I guess you could say they work in the video game industry. Some of them are, they were artists, or they have their own Twitch channels. They do their own thing for video games or whatever. So he's talking about that. Yeah, we even got into deep conversation about just life and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of glad. I think like since I started this, at least I get one group or one person that we have like a deep conversation with. You know what I'm saying? So, but let me give you I don't remember all their names. I only got 4 because 2 of them, I got 4 of their Instagrams, and then the other 2 don't have Instagram. Like the girl has Twitch, and then the other dude just, he doesn't have anything. And they were all couples, so they were all out on a little couples date and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. One's name is Gaege, Katie, Krisna, and Devon. Yeah, they were real chill, man. And then the other 2 were cool too, cause she was talking about trying to cause she has a Twitch channel and stuff like that, but I think she was saying she also had like a production company or something like that, like where she does like graphic design and stuff like that. And she was talking about trying to help me out, trying to get me to work with them on projects and stuff. And I was like, for sure, that's cool. Matter of fact, I'm about to ask one of their friends what's her Twitch, because I gave her my Instagram, but she don't have no Instagram, you know what I'm saying? And I know I should have gotten her Twitch, but it is what it is, man. I mean, like, pretty much how everything went down at the end was like, get some people's info and then talk to them later and get that info later. So, yeah, because it was too many people to be trying to write down stuff. So. Or trying to get everything down, because, bro, we talked for like 30, 40 minutes, and a couple of times we were like, yo, we gotta go, we live pretty far, and we still was talking, and then we finally said, okay, we gotta go, because I was tired and I wanted to go home too. So, because we kept actually stopping each other, because like when I was about to leave, she was like, hold up, I need to talk to you, like, because I showed them my artwork and stuff like that, and they was impressed with it and stuff. So, you know, she put me to the side and started talking to me about wanting to work. So we'll see how that goes. Like, now I'm starting to meet people that can help me out in certain parts of in the field that I want to get into, which is cool. You know, it's cool. Like, it's cool. It's cool that you meet a lot of people that have the same interests as you. Like, when you feel like there's not a lot of people that don't have the same interests as you, it like that's the thing about with like depression and just life in general. Like, you feel like your friends, your family are the only ones that have stuff in common with, and then even then, you don't feel like you have stuff in common with them, and then you see what type of people out in the world, and you don't want to explore the other people in this world. So you never feel like there's people that like the same shit that you like. And what's been making me feel better about this stuff, like my mood, like my mood has gotten better. I treat people better. I'm nicer. But it's that, like, sometimes I relapse. Sometimes I go back, like sometimes I have my moods where like anxiety hits, or just like later tonight, I actually was about to throw down with somebody. But other than that, everything's been good. Tuesday, second day of the week, I met, I think this might be, so far out of the month, the whole month that I met some people, this might be the coolest name, bro. Like, if y'all watch Hey Arnold, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking about this, actually. I was talking about this during the video last week. And I didn't tell you his name, but I'm gonna let you guys know what his name is. His nigga's name is Wolfgang, bro. This nigga is named after the bully in Hey Arnold, bro. And it was so funny, because when I left, I was like, nigga, where have I heard that name from? And then I was like, oh, shit, nigga, it's Hey Arnold. Because it was funny how I remembered it, too. Like, I was on a football chat, like, on Instagram, or I was looking through it, and I was like, oh, shit. Because you remember the episode where, like, Arnold and the gang had to play football to, I forgot what the stipulation was, but they had to play football against the fifth graders. Like, and they had to, like, use their brains, because they're not big enough to play against them, and they win. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I remember. I was like, oh shit, nigga's name is Wolfgang. But then Wolfgang, He works at the GameStop. I was up there to pick up that new Dragon Ball Z game, bro. And that shit is fire, bro. And that's another reason why I've been slipping, bro. I got a new video game, so like I'm still out there trying to meet new people. But these videos, bro, like when I should be making them or whatever, I'd be on that. Or like I said, I haven't been feeling good, and I've been working too, so I got 16 hours of work, and then I'd be out here trying to deliver this food and stuff for like DoorDash and whatever. But yeah, bro, Wolfgang. Yeah, this is the week where I met some people with interesting names, man. Interesting names, bro. Like last week, it was all about people being wise as fuck. Like, everybody was wise that week. It was like, damn, nigga, there's a lot of smart ass people on this planet. I just wish that more people was smart like that, like some of these people. But I just posted it. I just posted a video talking about our brains are shrinking. So, but, some scientists say it's a good thing, meaning that we're going to be quicker thinkers. And some of them saying, hey, man, maybe that explains how dumb niggas is being. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. I hope we're not getting stupider, bro. I mean, by the time when we go, they said, hope we're converting back to Homo sapiens, bro. So, but they say in 20,000 years, bro. So, but, we're all going to be long and gone, but damn, back to the Stone Age, bro. That's if the planet's not gone. Because, science, the sun by that time should be burnt out. And we need the sun to live or whatever. Wednesday. I met George and Brianna. Shit goes by Brianna. But yeah, I met George and Brianna during my interview. I had an interview, and it was 2 people at a time with one of the managers, because it was like what do they call it? Like a job fair type thing, but for one store. And so they had managers from different stores interviewing us. And George was the person giving the interview, and Brianna was the one being interviewed with me. So George, like, he actually has his degree. So, I mean, he really doesn't have to be a retail manager, but he is. I forgot what he was there for. It might have been something it might be something that is hard to kind of get your foot into the door. You gotta apply, wait your turn kind of thing. But he's saying right now he's actually working for his master's, which is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, man. It's a lot of school, man. And then Brianna, she's actually she's a senior in high school. She's 18. She's about to be she's trying to go to school, man. She's trying to sign up for these scholarships and these financial aid and stuff like that. And then, matter of fact, she's trying to do the same thing that pretty much art, but like I think she wanted to be more in like media production. So like the movie productions, doing all that stuff. And I told her, man, what all the people in the industry told me, man. your best bet is to go to junior college, because at the end of the day, these 4-year colleges overpriced for the art, man, and you gonna be in super debt. And then the best bet is to start 2-year college, save some money, and then go to 4-year college, cause bro, this being in debt is not fun. And like me, like I'm still in school, so I'm not worrying about it yet. And like I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm thinking about it as in a positive way. Like I only owe like 5 digits, man. So to, like I said, it's like a brand new Audi. I tell people, I'm like, cause I know I've seen worse, I've heard of worse. I have homies that's worse. Like, bruh, I'm talking about 100K, dog. Like 6 digits, bro. That shit's not. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it, dog. Cause they take these private loans out, thinking, oh man, yeah, man, 60 grand, like. You don't really need 60 grand to take out. I mean, unless you're trying to get a car to go to school or something. 60 grand, bro. 60 grand. And then you gotta think about it. Every year you're taking out that much. Or like to pay for classes and stuff like that. Like, cause like there's some schools that shit, man. Say you have to pay, like, you got some schools where you take out 60 grand and it's like 55 grand to go. So you got 5 grand left over and you spent that shit on food, useless shit. Niggas go to the strip club. Like, yeah. That's just the thing right there. Then once you finish school, you like, fuck, nigga, what the fuck I spent this shit, nigga? Like, I owe like 2,400,000, nigga. Like, oh my god. But yeah, we had an interview, and it, you know, the most interesting fact about those two was he went to the school that she wants to go to, and she's going to the school that he went to. I was like, when they brought it up, I was like, oh shit, that's weird as fuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna say what school, cause I like, if you notice, I don't try to put people's total business out there, nigga, cause I do have pictures of them on Instagram, and I don't want fucking weirdos, you know, oh yeah, she's bad, like I already has some niggas, like the first week, I took a picture of a pretty girl, man, pretty, and they're like, oh man, she's pretty cute. Alright, nigga, I'm not even trying to go there. But yeah, she is, you know what I'm saying? But hey. But that was one of the most interesting things. I just hope I get that job, man. They haven't called. I mean, it was like the middle of the week. So I'm gonna give it until like, I guess tomorrow or Thursday. I'll check. I'll go up there and check. Do my resume check or whatever. But let me also tell you about that shit, man. Like, during the interview, he was keeping, there was like a scorecard that he was doing. Like, he'd read out like a question and then you answer it, and then he'd mark down like, I think it was like a scale of 1 to 3. And there was some stuff that I got a 1 on. But I answered that shit with logic. Like, that's the thing I hate about those questions. Like, okay. And I'm probably, And fuck it. I'm just gonna give you the end question. I'll give you the end question now, and I'll give it to you at the end. So, what would you say if a manager asked you, or a person interviewing you asked you, if you had more than one task and you didn't have time to finish it, what would you do? I felt like the most logical answer was try to get it done, then ask for fellow employees for help. Like, see if, ask the ones that, or at least ask the ones that are finished with what they're doing, ask if they could help. And if they can't help, try, and then I said, and they can't help, I'll try my hardest to finish finish up the task. This dude gave me a 1. A 1 per se. Like, I'm like, that's dumb. Like, to me, like, they want you to be a team player, but then you can't ask your team for help. These managers don't make sense, man. They don't make sense. And then after that, after I saw that I got the 1, Brianna, she was, because it was a logical answer, bruh. She pretty much said, she was like, yeah, I agree with him. I do the same thing. Da, 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 da. And so, seeing that I got a 1, I kind of came to her rescue and was like, yeah, because, it's just, you don't want to, if you do it by yourself, you don't want to rush through things and then do a bad job, and then it looks bad on you, and the manager, and then the manager gets upset because you didn't do it right, or you did it sloppy. And then the manager was like, yeah, that's true. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can be a manager today, and that's the shit that scares me, bruh. It's like, I feel like a lot of people that I've worked with could be managers, but then they don't want to be, and they're good enough, but then you got the ones that, bruh, like, they're making this retail shit into a career, bruh. Like, they're doing, like, because, real talk, you're not smart enough to do anything else, then I understand. But, I mean, this dude had a master's, bro, and he couldn't understand that. I mean, he's going for his master's, and he couldn't understand. So, it's not necessarily that you got to be smart. It's necessarily that you got to be logical. And a lot of people today are not logical people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like most people that are logical should be managers, because then the business will be more efficient. Like, I've had so many managers where they're not efficient, bro, and you're just like, oh my God. Oh my God, you know what I'm saying? And as them being managers, they can blame you for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's times where I got blamed, and I had to put the manager on blast, bro. Like, fuck them. Sometimes it's fuck a manager, man. But that's shit. It's a totally different subject for another day. But I'll reiterate this question at the end of the video. Thursday, I meet Greg. I go back up to the GameStop to pick up the Dragon Ball Z. First how I met him, I actually paid for it. I paid for it early so I can get in them. So, because they give little tickets away so you can get into line fast. You know what I'm saying? Get into it too fast. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? I got number 10 because I got there. I got there around like, it's like 6:20 or something like that. Where like there was like a couple people in front of me. So like you know me, I thought because it was 6:20, I thought that there was probably already like 20, 30 people already here. I was lucky, bruh. It was like 5 people in line. So, you know, the other 5 probably already had, it was probably camping outside or whatever. But anyway, I went in and picked this up. This shit is fire. I recommend this game. I recommended it, like me, honestly, I wish I had the Pro. I mean, I like my system. My system is dope. Like, my PlayStation is like this cool blue, and then it has Uncharted Drake on it, and it's like sick pose, and he's kind of like grayish, and it looks dope. So, like, I'm never getting rid of that system. It's fucking fire. But, like, I am planning on getting the Xbox X, so... Matter of fact, for the people out there that are gamers, I'll leave my gamer tag and my PSN below this video. So you can get these, like, if you watch wrestling, you know what I mean when I say you can get these hands. You know what I'm saying? I also, hold up. And I got this Dragon Ball Z right here. This God Goku right here. You know what I'm saying? I like, honestly, I don't know if I want to open it. Because, like, I overheard some, like, you know, I'm a nerd too, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a super nerd. I overheard some super nerds of it in the line talking about niggas could sell these right here for, like, almost like $60 to $100 because you got people on eBay that'll go on there and pay for this shit. And I got this for free. You know what I'm saying? Sell it for $60, nigga, it's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I get what I got for the game. I mean, I ended up buying the fighters edition. So I paid like $90, but I ended up selling my old, because I sold my old Xbox, and then I had one more controller left over, so I sold that that controller, and it's crazy, bruh. If you guys didn't know this, and if you guys have extra controllers laying around, bruh, controllers go for like $32, nigga. That shit's crazy. Like video games, you can, like, bruh, that day, I sold Injustice, the first one, for $2, nigga. And then when I gave him the controller, he was like, "Oh, 32." I was like, "What the fuck?" And you know what? And I wasn't even tripping about the controller because that motherfucker was broken. Like, it looks like it's in perfect condition, but when you play it, it sticks. Like you could be like not doing nothing and your player be moving left. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a really bad controller, man. That's the reason why I kind of stopped playing on my Xbox, because my controller was fucked up. And then I decided to sell it because I want to get the new one. So I went to Microsoft, sold that bitch for like $100. So it can go towards my X. But, yeah, man, I recommend it. It's called Dragon Ball Z Fighter X. But yeah, me and Greg, we talked about what I just talked about you now. They was talking about Dragon Ball Z. I had to give him a lesson, man. Because I've been liking Dragon Ball Z since I was like 13. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was more into Dragon Ball, like, the origin of Goku, then Dragon Ball Z. Like, I didn't really get into Dragon Ball Z until, like, I was, like, I guess, like, 2021. I mean, I watched a couple of, like, I did watch the Buu saga. That was the first saga that I seen. I love that saga. And then I didn't see the Cell saga until like I was like 21. And I mean, I did. I didn't even watch none of that shit in order. Like, I think it went Buu saga for me. Like, I'm talking about me. Like, it went Buu, Frieza, then Cell. I remember watching that's how I started liking Vegeta. Cause no. I didn't watch the Frieza. I watched the Saiyan saga when Vegeta came and Nappa came and Raditz came, and then after that I watched the Frieza saga and then the Cell saga. Like, and then the Cell, and then like I was into Dragon Ball Z, but like I really got into Dragon Ball Z because where I came from, like when I was going to school out of state, I couldn't afford no cable. You know what I'm saying? I was getting the internet from the apartment building because I was close enough to the building to get the Wi-Fi or whatever for free. So, like, it's like it was there. Like, Dragon Ball Z was there for me, bro. Like, going through hard times, broke college student. That's all I had. So, like, you know, Goku and Vegeta has been there for me, and like I love Dragon Ball Z, man. Like, so I went out and got that Fighters Edition with all the characters on it, because you get like 8 extra fighters, and then like you get like Goku and Vegeta saying God, blue hair. You already know. So I was just giving a history lesson because we ended up talking about GT and like how people didn't like it, and like I was like I didn't have a problem with it. Like, you know, I had some interesting moments. Like, it wasn't like super bad. Like, it was whack, but you had some like I like the Super Saiyan. I think it's Super Saiyan 4. Like with the red fur. That shit was fire to me. You know what I'm saying? And then what else, man? And then you had some good villains too. Like, you had like Baby. You had a couple of good villains on there. And then I was trying to explain to him why people didn't like it, and it was mainly because it wasn't the guy that created Dragon Ball Z. It was somebody else that was directing it. You know what I'm saying? So you know how people are. You know how nerds are. If it's not the original person doing it, then it's never gonna be good enough. It could be good, but it's never gonna be good enough. You know what I'm saying? And then like it's cool because like the new guy's back, and pretty much he's saying that it's another dimension, or it's, you know, yeah, it's like another dimension. It's not part of that story. It's not part of the main story. Just like what's tight about this video game, it's not part of the main story. Like, they're pretty much back. Okay, from what I've seen, I haven't really played a lot, but from what I've seen from trailers and stuff, it's between the Cell saga and the Buu saga. kind of, I guess, in a sense, because the main villain's an android, but then somehow she gets boost powers, so I have to still play it. You know what I'm saying? Don't go off what I'm saying. Like I don't even know. And plus, if I did know, I'm not trying to ruin it for y'all. But we talked about all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Greg's a pretty cool dude, GameStop dude, man. So like, you know, I'm starting to be cool with a couple of those dudes in there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hopefully with it, we start hiring. Maybe I could give me a job up in there. I worked for them before, not that store, but yeah. Friday, I met the homie Dwight. He's a security guard up in Santa Monica at my bank. One of the banks that I go to, one of the credit unions that I use. This dude is cool because he saved me a pretty penny, man. Because I had to go to the doctor for my none of your business. But anyway, I went to the doctor, and you know, it was in Beverly Hills, and you gotta pay for everything. So I had to park in there. Bro, I had to pay $16, bro, to park for 2 hours, man. Or not even 2 hours, like an hour and a half. Yeah, shit's whack. $16, bro. So I already spent $16, and then I had to go to the bank because I couldn't make it to my bank out my way where I live. So I had to go to my banks out there. Went to my bank, and guess what? There's a parking garage that I had to pay for. He was like, "Yo, you know, if you're not trying to pay, man, you can go park across the street in that neighborhood right there, you know, so you won't have to pay, you know, whatever." And because he was telling me about like they'll usually reimburse you or whatever, but you have to be a member of this bank. Like, you might be part of the bank, but you're not a member of this bank. Like, you didn't open up your card at this bank. And I was like, okay. Because I told him, I was like, yeah, no, I didn't. He was like, all right, yeah, it's part over there. So, like, if it wasn't for him, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have saved money, you know. Because, you know, you never know how long you got to be in it. Because I had to pay something off, you know what I'm saying. But, you know, it probably wouldn't have charged me, like, depending on how long you go in there for. But it was good that, like, it was cool for him as a person to do that. Because, I mean, I've done security guard, and I'm going to be honest with you, bruh. Like, I don't care about, like, your vehicle or where you park or you're getting charged for parking. I don't care. Like, I would have been like, I would have seen me and been like, whatever, nigga. Like, so what, bruh? Like, but he did, you know, he took his time, and then he was on his, you know, his last hour of work. You know how it is on your last hour of work. You don't give a fuck. But I'm glad that he gave a fuck. So I appreciated him. I dapped him up, you know, and then I asked him, like, yo, man, I take a picture with you, man, because I met you, man. You cool, bro. We talked about pretty much why I was out there and stuff like that, and I need to pay, you know, whatever, and there's no way in traffic, because I told him, like, yo, I'm not gonna make it back to where I'm from in the traffic, and I told him where I was from. He was like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's cool, man. He's cool. All right. Saturday. All right. This guy. And when I'm talking about interesting names, bro, this dude's name is Sroy. So it's Troy, but take the T off and replace it with an F. I mean, not an F. Damn. An S. And you got Sroy. So, you know, I went in to go visit my home girls that I met the first week at Fossil up in Universal, and I finally met their GM, I guess, their general manager, their head manager, the big boss, and that's who he was. And he seemed pretty cool. We were in there, I mean, like, you know, we was in there talking and clowning around or whatever. I don't even really remember the conversation, to be honest with you, because it was so short. Because he was like, I have stuff I gotta do in the back, paperwork, all this other stuff, so, you know, I took a picture with him, met him. I see him here and there now. Once you see a person, you see him all the time, because, like, even, like, Cody, I never seen Cody, you know what I'm saying, ever there. Whenever I went to go visit, or the first day I met them. Now I see him there all the time too. See, like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? By June, I don't know almost everybody that works at that place. Like, cause like me, I'll just go in and I'll just start talking to people. Cause so far I met somebody at the Raider store. I met almost everybody at Fossil. Bubba Gump. And the Amichis in there. So I think I'm gonna make that a goal. Actually, I'm gonna try to meet at least one person from each spot. Yeah, I like that goal. Let's do it. Serious face, nigga. Serious face. Anyway, let's move on, because, like I said, I don't even remember really what he was talking about. It was such a short conversation. It wasn't even, and you know, if it's not deep, I'm not gonna really remember that shit. But it was funny because we were goofing around, and I do remember laughing. So you hear me? I'm over here stuffy. Ooh. And Sunday. I beat David. He might have been the most interesting that I met this week. No. Actually, people I met on Monday is the most interesting, but he's the second most interesting. He, too, is an actor. He does improv shows. He also likes to do stand-up, shoot YouTube videos. Has a studio in his house. He likes to do all that stuff. And we were actually talking about collaborating on some stuff. So I'm going to talk to him a little bit more. I got his Instagram, so it's interesting how we met. We were both doing DoorDash. And we were both waiting for these people to finish the food, even though they were supposed to have it done when we got there. So there's these little heat bags that we have. And you can tell that I'm a newbie because he was like, I don't even bring my red bag in here no more. And I was like, Like, I was like, like, I really don't want to hear that. Like, you do you, you do me. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this opportunity to talk about this guy. Because obviously he's been doing this for a long time. And I want to know how long he's been doing it. Because since he knows so much, man, I want to see if I can pick up some pointers or whatever. So I asked him, I was like, how long you been doing this? He hasn't even really been doing this long. He said 3 months. So, okay. Cool. And then we started talking about how much Uber sucks. Because it sucks. Bruh, DoorDash, you at least make $8 to $10 a trip average. The lowest I've gotten was $5. And that was once. The average lowest is probably $7. The average high is 8 to 10. So if you're planning on trying to make extra cash, don't do Uber Eats. If you have a 2-door car, don't do Uber Eats. Do DoorDash. DoorDash, though, is kind of whack too, because you gotta schedule yourself early before people pick up stuff, or you gotta just be on the app constantly seeing if stuff opens up. But still, it's worth it because at the same time, less work, more money. But yeah, we was talking about, like, you know, because he was talking about, like, he wants to start shooting videos, funny videos of, like, people, you know, practical jokes or random people doing random stuff. So I was like, I'm down to be the actor for you, man. I'm not tripping. Like, I don't mind doing that. Like, I've been wanting to do that and stuff like that. You know, I was telling them that I'm trying to get my laptop, my computer, and all that stuff this year. So, because this year I'm pushing hard, man. I'm pushing hard. I'm tired. Working for these retail companies or these minimum wage jobs. Fuck it. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm not feeling good. So I'm finna end it right there. I'm gonna start adding more. I'm gonna start making this shit more organized. Like, I'm gonna give you like my favorite name of the week. Like, I would have to tell you it was Wolfgang. What's my favorite name of the week? And my favorite people that I met was the people on Monday. Runner up, David on Sunday. That's about right. But anyway, let me reiterate that question. So what would you say? And this is the end of the episode question. What would you have said if you were getting interviewed and the manager asked you, what would you do if you had too many tasks that needed to be done at a certain time? please give me your feedback below. And also, subscribe, like, follow me on Instagram at anti_, whatever you want to call it, BH. Peace out.